bowl of pasta.
I have steak with the salad.
That's about right. No, a nice bowl of pasta. Do you know why? Because when you look at it, you go, pasta. And then you start eating, you go, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever eaten in my life. That's me. Dessert. I wouldn't be a huge dessert guy anyway. But she got, actually, you know, I was never a dessert guy until you came along. You convinced, no, you did. I mean,
I never eat sweet until you came along.
Come on. Yeah, you're
I
blaming me.
never eat any dessert until you came
Every
along.
single weekend. God, do we get the cheesecake? What do you think? Cheesecake? It's something, it's the only thing that we interact with on such an intimate level. It is part of your body. It's an outside influence coming into your soul. So you're putting it inside your body. It's full of nutrients, it's full of vitamins, it makes you feel better, it gives you fuel. It's probably the most important thing you do every single day, apart from breathing. We went to an Italian place for a quick bite to eat, and I ordered bruschetta. And Missy over here had bruschetta and a big bowl of carbonara and a dessert. I was like, oh God.
Do you think picky eaters are misunderstood?
No, I think picky eaters can get in the bin, to be honest with you. Now that we have the best in the world is our butter.
It's just so good.
Yeah, even French people who claim to have the best butter in the world will concede that the Irish butter is exceptional. Because American beef is gorgeous. Don't mind what anyone says to you. The old Irish beef, grass-fed. Yeah, it's fantastic. Irish meat is brilliant. But so is American feet. Oh.
Hi, guys.
Hello, everybody. Back again, Gary and Susie, in your living room or on your phone or wherever you're watching this wonderful program.
And hi from Lily.
Lily says hello. She's very cozy tonight. She was in a sit mood. She wanted to sit with Daddy. So I said, that's fine. You can sit down with Daddy. She wants to actually take over the show someday. We're probably going to allow that.
Yes. We're going to talk today about food.
Food. Food glory is food.
We love our food. That's why we wanted
food.
to talk about food today.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we love our food. And we cook every single night, no matter what. Weeknights, weekends, whatever it is. We like fresh, home-cooked food. And we eat quite well, don't we? We eat kind of healthy.
Yes.
Except for after dinner, then we start munching on the old jellies and the old sweets. Well, I do anyway. You're a bit more of a dark chocolate queen.
Yes, I'm healthy.
Yeah, she's a lot healthier than me.
But I eat much more than him.
Yeah. Yeah, she does.
I eat like more than him.
Way more dinner. Way more dinner.
Way more dinner, and I eat 3 times a day. He eats just one.
I eat once a day, one big dinner, and then a few snacks, and then I go to bed.
Very healthy, no?
I don't know if it's healthy. It's just the
They
way.
say it's healthy.
I was always like that before intermittent fasting was a thing. I was just always like that. I wouldn't care for breakfast. When I'm working, sometimes mid-afternoon I need a snack or something. Like I'll have like a half a sandwich or like a pot noodle or something really bad like that, but just to keep me going. But other than that, dinner is enough for me. But I love food. We love food, and it's our favourite thing to do. We also have a Instagram channel that did really, really well.
Yes.
Yeah, we cooked for about 1.5 years, 2 years, did food reels, recipes, things like that. We were picked up by radio stations and stuff like that, so it was going really well. And the only reason we stopped, we didn't stop, we paused it. And the reason being that we're moving house, and we're just still here at the moment because it's taking a little longer than we expected. But when we do, we're going to have a brand new kitchen, and it's going to be much better for what we want to do. So if you're not following us, do so on GZ Cooking on Instagram, and stay here with us on YouTube as well, because we enjoy this little community we're building.
Yes.
And we thought it'd be fun to talk about food tonight, because we can't wait to get back to GZ Cooking. We've got loads of ideas for reels and YouTube and everything, so it's going to be exciting.
The cooking show.
Yeah, food is really something that we were both passionate about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do live as well. We have live cooking as well.
We have live cooking. Yeah, we do that sometimes on the YouTube channel. I always just think it's funny there. I was thinking when people say I'm passionate about food, it just drives me mad. Everybody has to eat, okay? You know, like it's just something.
Doesn't enjoy eating.
Yeah. But like, can you be passionate about food? No, you love your food, or you're mad into cooking, you know. But passionate about food, I don't know. It just always struck me as a little bit up its own bum. But anyway, we're passionate about food, and Lily loves her food, and that's what we're going to talk about. So I'll hand you over to the boss. She's going to ask the questions.
Yes. I have a question. What food reminds you most of your childhood and why?
Well, my mum was an amazing cook. She's no longer with us, sadly. But my favourite memories of food were growing up. in this house, and watching my mum cook. She cooked every day, and she was a fabulous cook. In fact, all of her sisters were brilliant cooks. My auntie Eileen, fantastic cook as well, but she's more Italian kind of food because she married an Italian man. So I was kind of reared on those exotic flavors, which were exotic by the way in the 80s in Ireland, um, when she was doing things like ricotta and ingredients like sage and butter and stuff. People in Ireland really weren't doing that in the 80s much. So I was open to an awful lot of flavors, but my mum would cook amazing stews, amazing breads. She was a great baker. She also, because we lived in America, and she lived in America for a long period of her life before I came along, cooked with American ingredients. So we always had things like meatloaf and um, pizza. We were having homemade pizza back in the 80s. Friends of mine were like, what's that? Like, it was just so completely out there that anyone would make a homemade pizza. So my mum could do it all. She would do like American Italian cuisine, like Italian sausages with peppers and big beautiful sandwiches and BLTs. And,
Delicious.
oh, she was a brilliant cook, and it was all about flavour with my mum. It was not about dietary, there was no guidelines. It was all butter and beef dripping and tallow and good home cooked food. She was stuffed all the time. You were happy. My mum showed her love through food.
Yeah.
And so I would sit in the kitchen and watch her all day cooking. And that's where I learned how to cook, by watching. Yeah.
Okay. What's the meal you remember, not because of the taste, but because of who you were with?
Because of who I was with. What meal do I remember? That's an interesting one. Actually, I always think about a prime rib of beef I had. It was my first ever prime rib of beef, and I was 16 years old, and I was in Disneyland with my dad.
Oh.
Yeah, I flew over to New York for my 16th birthday, and my dad took me down to Florida, and we went to Disney World or Orlando, whatever one is in Orlando in Florida. And we went to the Big Castle restaurant, the famous Disney castle. There was a restaurant in there, and my dad was like, order whatever you like. And I saw prime rib of beef. And I said to my dad, I was like, Jesus, look at the side, that looks good and it's expensive and everything. He said, it's you're 16, you're a man now, get a prime rib if you want a prime rib. So the two of us had prime rib of beef in Disneyland World, whatever. And it was absolutely gorgeous. To this day, I still think of it. It was just delicious. American beef is gorgeous. Don't mind what anyone says to you. The old Irish beef, grass fed. Yeah, it's fantastic. Irish meat is brilliant. But so is American feed. Oh my God, the food over there. The meat. They feed the cows the corn so that, the cows are fat and gorgeous. Oh, it's delicious.
Delicious.
Oh, prime rib beef in America is the nicest thing in the world. I remember that, and funny enough, in the same theme, I was in New York with my aunt, and for her birthday, I won't tell you which one, it was a big one, we went to Smith and Wollensky's in New York, which is my favourite steak restaurant in New York, and I got a ribeye, and it was just divine. I ate the whole thing with cream spinach and potatoes and everything. I still think of that. It's the nicest steak I've ever had in my life.
Wow, all the memories are from US.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, in Ireland, like I've got amazing memories of my mum's cooking, obviously. But just you're talking about meals that stand out, meals that were handed to me. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to remember your dinners at home much, are you? Not one specific. You'll just remember all.
Always out.
Yeah.
Did your relationship with food change as you got older?
It got bigger and bigger and bigger and worse and worse and worse. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I was younger, I was quite heavy. I don't know how that happened. Eating prime ribs at Disneyland. But I was, so I started obsessing over fat. Not so much calories, because I didn't know what I was doing back then. There was no internet for information, so I just assumed if it said fat-free, that was a good idea. So I would eat things like chicken noodle soup all day, and then I would eat like just mashed potato on its own. Crazy weird stuff that doesn't make any sense, but at the time it made sense to me. And do you know what? I lost 6 stone.
Okay.
So whatever way I was doing it, it worked. I
Maybe
exercised.
you ate less or something.
I probably just ate less, and I was going through phases. So, but that nowadays it's all about flavour. I do not buy diet anything. Diet Coke, that's about it. Or Pepsi, both brands are wonderful. If either of them want to sponsor us, that's absolutely great. So, yeah, it's all about full fat butter, full fat milk, real sugar. To me, in my mind, I think real food is good for you in moderation. I think it's when you start going for the chemically altered or the skim this or that. I just think you're wasting your time. Instead of drinking a litre of skim milk, just have a little less whole milk, because you need all these things into your body. I look at older people, the older generation in Ireland that got into their 90s, and they didn't eat,
They
diet
didn't
anything.
know. They didn't
No,
know,
it
yeah.
was all fresh food, fresh food, animal fats, all the good stuff, So that's the stuff that gives you good nails and good hair and energy and all those things. So just, if it's full anything, stick with it.
My understanding of butter totally changed because I was scared of butter until I moved to Ireland.
Now that we have the best in the world is our butter.
It's just so good.
Yeah, even French people who claim to have the best butter in the world will concede that the Irish butter is exceptional. Because it is. It's just the way our country is geographically placed. We have the right conditions for the right dairy. And all our dairy is wonderful. We nail everything. Butter, milk. The only thing we're not great at is ice cream. But that's improving.
That's improving.
It's improving. It's just,
You can find some nice ice cream sometimes.
Well, you can now. But like back in the day, Ireland made all their ice cream out of milk. You know, so it was just, it wasn't as... When Haagen-Dazs came along, people were like, oh my God, because it was so creamy and rich. All our ice cream had been quite light, which is nice too. It's nice with a bowl of jelly or something. But no, if you want that luxurious ice cream, you need to go elsewhere.
Okay, what food makes you safe or calm instantly? Is there any food that
makes me what?
Calm and relaxed.
Calm?
Yes.
Oh, is there a food that makes me calm and
And
relaxed?
safe.
Yeah, a bowl of stew.
Irish stew.
Yeah, a bowl of Irish stew. When I'm feeling down or I'm a bit cold, I make my mum's stew, which is my nana's stew. It's the same recipe. It's been in the family for 50 years. And I make it, so my cousins make it too, and we love it. It's just an old-fashioned Irish stew, beef stew.
I would say your chicken soup is amazing.
I do a nice
That's
chicken
my
soup.
favorite chicken soup.
Well, if we ever roast a chicken, I like to boil the bones after for ages, and then keep the broth, and then just literally throw in whatever vegetables I can get to hand: celery, onion, leek, peppers, carrots, parsnips, parsley, bit of garlic, and a tin of tomatoes. I don't know what it's called, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Bit of parmesan on top of that.
Do you think the taste in food says something about your personality?
Absolutely. Absolutely. All my favourite people eat everything. All of my favourite people have great appetites and they love food.
I have this something, I noticed this as well.
Yeah.
Like always the nice people, they love food. They eat food.
Yeah, because food is a love language, and it's all about memories and comfort and joy, and excitement as well. I think it's linked to sexuality as well. I think people who like to try mad, bold new flavors are a little bit more fun in bed, I will say. And we love to try new flavors. But it's true though. I mean, it's linked to all those things. The passion for life, like a beautiful drink or a beautiful meal. I mean, that is living. That's what all the greatest memories are made from.
If someone judged you only by your food choices, what would they think?
Oh, they think I'm crazy. we change our food all the time. We go through phases. I love cooking Chinese. You love eating Chinese. I love Indian food. Susie wouldn't be crazy on Indian food, but she'll eat it if it's nice. She doesn't like saucy things, so I try and kind of avoid that. But I get them in. I get sauces in there in places.
Yeah, I like a lot of products, like a lot of things in one place. Does it make sense?
You like a lot?
No, I don't like.
You don't like too much. You don't like fussy food.
Yes.
Too much going on. Yeah. No, what was the question?
I don't know.
Yeah, we both don't know. Yeah. Well, whatever the
I have
question.
so many questions. I'm trying to choose some.
Yeah. No, I lost my train of thought there for a second.
Oh, if someone judge you, but your food choices, what would they think?
Oh yeah. What would they think? They think I'm all over the place because it changes all the time. I eat everything. There's very little I don't eat. I'm sure you're going to ask me what I don't like, but there's very little I don't like. So it's eclectic, and I love to try out different cuisines, and I think I've tried most of them now, although there's always ones you don't know yet. So, but look, there's nothing better than getting up in the morning and thinking about what you're going to cook that night, try out a new challenge, and you nail it. It's just a great feeling. It's a brilliant feeling.
Do you think picky eaters are misunderstood?
No, I think picky eaters can get in the bin, to be honest with you. They can stay misunderstood. No, I just don't think they've had a good experience, or they haven't had a good guide. And I think it starts when you're a child, because when I was a kid, there was no choice. I mean, my mum on Friday, she would make a smoked cod with white sauce, and we hated it. Me and my brother, we couldn't stand it. We would dread Friday coming and be like, oh God, that smoked fish with the white sauce, rank. But we had no choice. We had to eat it every Friday because there was no like takeaway, or there was no, alternative. My mum cooked the dinner, you ate the dinner. If you didn't eat the dinner, you were going to bed hungry. And my mum didn't like that either, so she'd stuff you with something else, which was pretty crap, like bread. She'd give you anything, just she wouldn't let you go to bed hungry. But the only choice for dinner was what the dinner was, what she cooked. And now, funnily enough, I'm in my 40s, and there's nothing I love more than a smoked piece of fish with a white sauce. So you have to be introduced to these things as a child. You have to not be given so many choices as a child as well. I do believe that. I think the kid needs to understand that food is expensive and people work hard to put it there, and it should be ate. If it's edible, it should be ate. I mean, if your mother's burnt the shit out of it, everybody needs to put their hands up and say whatever, but whatever's cooked should be eaten. So I think it starts when you're a kid. So when I see picky eaters, I'm always thinking to myself, at what point did they say that they didn't like cheese? And it's something simple like that, like I don't like cheese, or I don't like rice. It's like, well, why is that? Something happened to you when you were a kid that makes you not like rice or cheese. And also parents pass on, their own weird tastes.
Traumas.
Yeah, like my mum, funnily enough, when we go out for dinner or anything, I always wanted to get duck. And my mum was like, you're not getting duck. And I'd be like, well, why can't I get duck? And she'd be like, well, you won't like it. I was like, okay. So I went through most of my life thinking I don't like duck, just because my mum told me I wouldn't like duck. But then I had duck, and I love duck. So there you go. It's all nonsense.
It's so funny.
But it's true, So I think it starts when you're a kid. But I mean, it doesn't cut it, because then you leave the house when you're 18 or 19 or whatever. You start going out on dates. And there's nothing worse when you go out for dinner with a girl or a guy or whatever it is, and they're like, oh, I don't really like anything. Oh God. Right, okay, yeah. Get the bus.
I'm sure you were very happy when we started dating.
Oh, when we started dating, I was just shocked that she could eat that much food and she was so skinny.
On the first date, I think we went to a restaurant, he ordered salad, I ordered pasta.
I was like, I'm paying for this.
But that was a green flag.
That was yeah, well, yeah, it was a green. No, it was a green flag. I love a girl with a healthy appetite. And also a girl who loves the gym. You can have both.
Why do you think food is so emotional for humans?
Because it goes inside you. That's why. You breathe and you have to eat and drink. So they're the same thing. So that's why it's so linked to who we are as a species, because we have to have it. It's obvious. Every animal, every living thing needs food.
Do you think food connects people more than anything else? I'm
100%.
asking this because we can give example with my parents.
Yeah, 100%. And the example with your parents is a perfect one. I don't speak Bulgarian. I'm slowly learning little bits here and there. But the first time I went down to Bulgaria to meet Susie's parents, they don't have a lick of English. But the minute I got down there, we were communicating over food. It was the thing that brought us together. It was the first time I met them. We drove back to your family home, and her mother and father put on a beautiful spread, which was absolutely gorgeous, because they grow their own vegetables, and they have a farm at the back, and they grow their peppers and their tomatoes, and they're just another level of deliciousness. You can pick a fig off a tree. It's paradise. And I was presented with this amazing food. Her dad is an artisan. That's what he is. He makes his own sausages, he makes his own alcohol, and they are absolutely beautiful. salamis, and he knows his way around the carcass of a sheep. Like the man, like I don't have a clue. I go to the butcher, let them do that.
Yeah.
But they're
Think
really,
he's good.
yeah, they understand food. I mean, your mother handles it. She makes the nicest salad you've ever tasted with cucumber and tomato, all grown by herself, which is amazing. But we connected through that because that's how you connect with people. Because there's one thing that Bulgarians and Irish people definitely have in common is we all eat dinner. You know, so that's a really cool thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it does, and look, it brings people together throughout history. You know, all the great events in history. There's a food backdrop there.
Do you think modern food has lost something compared to the past?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's too easy now just to buy things already done. You know, it's far too easy. Just to, if you fancy a chili con carne, just go down to the supermarket and get a chili con carne in a little packet and pop it in the microwave. I think there's an awful lot of young people who are like, well, why would I cook? There's someone else to do that for me. There's the explosion of delivery apps and people just eating off apps all day. And I go out now and I was actually, the other day I was walking out the supermarket and there was a young lad standing there and he had a bag in his hand and a sandwich in the other. He was just eating a sandwich. And I was like, that's not a good way to eat, and you see it all the time, just standing on the street eating food.
Quick.
Everything's quick. Everything's quick, so that's no good. So it's too easy now for people to not want to spend, and I get it, they don't want to spend 2 or 3 hours making a sauce for a pasta, whatever, but they absolutely should know how to do it, whether they choose to do it or not, they should know how to do it because cooking is a life skill and it's a really important life skill. It's really important as well, even in the sense that if you want to save some money, or, if you're on a budget, you'll survive much better if you know what to do with food than if you don't. Because I don't know how people can afford to get takeaway 5-6 times a week. I mean, that is crazy money. So, and it's more rewarding if you make a huge big pot of chili con carne yourself as opposed to buying it for a fiver down in the supermarket. And by the way, you know what goes into it when you cook it yourself.
Okay. Has your taste changed a lot over time?
Yeah, I go in through phases of spicy. I love spicy food, crazy spicy food. But as I get older, that's becoming less and less. I used to love to blow the head off myself watching television. If I was making again a chili con carne, I would just lash in a million chilies, and I would love the feeling of the red hot in the skin and the runny nose, and I loved it all. And I just got a little older, and I just kind of like it a little less. I still like spicy, but a little less. And I'm sure that'll change again as I get a little older. I go through phases of fish where I go crazy for fish, and then I go off fish for a while. Then we eat seasonally. We tend to do that in the winter. We eat an awful lot of shepherd's pies and stews and chicken soups and roast chickens and roast beefs, and then in the summer we love our barbecue. I spend most of the time in the garden cooking. All charred grilled meats and salads, cheese salads, blue cheese salads. So it is seasonal. And in the spring, I'm sure I'll be doing lamb and stuff like that. Yeah.
Do you think your future self will eat differently?
Oh, definitely, yeah, for sure. I will always love my grub as long as I can enjoy it. A lot of things happen to you when you get older. You get lose your appetite. I mean, I know in my own family, the older generation have gone off things like meat. A lot of people go off meat. They don't like too much. And we definitely eat too much meat.
That's going to be interesting for me because this
you
is
love
my
meat.
favorite food.
Yeah, protein is the number one thing in her plate.
I need to have my protein.
Yeah, if I suggest something like a simple pasta aglio olio, she's like, "What's that? What's the meat in it?" Like, well, there's no meat in it. It's just garlic, oil, and pasta. And she's like, "What's that dog food?"
Like a Balkan girl.
Like
I don't know if this is Balkan girl or because it's the gym. I just love meat. My dad loved meat.
I like meat too, but I mean, I can easily eat a dinner without it. I mean, if I've got beans and I love egg and chips. That's probably my favourite easy dinner midweek. Just egg and chips, 4 fried eggs and a bowl of chips. Delicious. Bit of salt.
I wouldn't eat that.
I mean, there's protein in the eggs. I keep trying to sell the egg and chips. You won't buy it. But it's bloody good. It's bloody good.
What food trend do you think will disappear?
Probably the protein obsession. Everybody was on a protein kick for the last couple of years. I think that's going to kind of fade. It won't fade away, but it'll die down a bit and people won't be talking about it. I think the next big thing that everybody's obsessed with is sweet and spicy together. So like you see, hot honey is really getting popular. Everybody loves their hot honey crisps and their hot honey pizzas, and I think that whole sweet and spicy thing is going to be huge.
Okay,
Yeah, and I think it goes in.
that's interesting.
Yeah, and it goes in roundabouts. So protein was the big one, and then no carbs was the other one. I think we're going to get back to fiber. Every few years we get back to fiber. Everyone remembers that we need fiber, that it's so important to keep everything moving inside. So I think that's what the next couple of years are going to be about: sweet, spicy, and fiber.
What food trend do you secretly don't understand? The protein.
The protein obsession. No, I know, I understand it. I get it. Uh, I don't really get burritos, like takeaway burritos. I like making my own burrito, but it just seems like a little bit of mystery. What the hell is in that? I see them when I'm in work, people getting burritos delivered. I just look at them, they're like, "Oh, look at that," and I look inside, and it's like,
They don't look very good.
no, it's like pick and mix. It's like, what the hell is in
Yes,
that?
they don't look very good.
No, and God knows who made it. Actually, takeaways are the trend I don't really understand. At any given moment, I don't know what it's like in countries around the world, but in Ireland, every 3 or 4 months, they publish a list of restaurants they've closed down and the reasons they've done it, and invariably it's mostly takeaways. I don't trust them. They've got a high turnover of staff. It's really hard to run a business like that. It's behind closed doors. Food is cold by the time it gets to you anyway. I don't care how good the delivery guys are. Although I like the Mana Aero, which is the drone delivery. I think that's going to be great for small kitchens and things like that. But I just don't really trust. Okay, I trust loads of places, but they're places I've done my research on, and they're places that have great reputations. If I go on an app and there's just a place with a name and they're offering me food, I want to know more about where it is, what does it look like, is it clean? So yeah, takeaways are a trend that I don't particularly understand. It used to be a treat, the chippers in Ireland, they're run by the Italians, are fabulous. They're amazing. I was going to say something else there with an F. They're absolutely gorgeous, and they are all spotless because you can see in and you know exactly what's going on. And they've got a tradition of 50 or 60 years where none of them have been closed down for the right reasons because they're absolutely good. But other than that, anyone could set up at this stage, go and set up a website and just start selling food. It's craziness. So we used to get once a week chipper if we were lucky, feeling flush. And now it's just families, sometimes 3-4 times a week.
Yeah.
And you don't know anything about the food. It's mystery food delivered by a stranger. I just don't get it.
What food do you think will always exist no matter what?
Pasta.
I was going to say the same.
Pasta.
I was going to say the same.
Pasta and noodles. Chinese noodles have been around since forever. Pasta's been around since forever. And they are versatile, they're healthy, they're nutritious and delicious. And you can do anything with them. So they last forever. Lily's snoring
again. Like she's too comfortable.
I think she's sick of my shit.
Okay, we're finishing short answers.
Okay.
Because he loves talking, so let's have
I've got to get cooking, dude. That's what I've got to do.
Short answers now.
We're having chicken fajitas tonight.
What food do people love that you genuinely don't get?
That I don't get.
Yeah.
That people love. Sushi.
I like
sushi. I like sushi.
I love sushi.
I like sushi, but I've never eaten sushi and been full in my life.
I love sushi, but it's like you can get hungry in 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean
it's rice.
Don't get me wrong. I don't dislike sushi, but I think people are a little obsessed with it. It's not that good.
What food is overrated but no one admits it?
Sushi.
What simple food is actually elite? Pasta.
What simple food is elite?
Yeah.
Mashed potato. She doesn't understand mashed potato. Mashed potato with loads of butter. Underrated. Simplistic. Beauty.
I love a baked potato with loads of butter.
It's the same thing.
Is expensive food usually worth it?
Not usually, but not always, no. I've gone to some amazing restaurants and you are in a situation there where you get what you pay for. But that's a different kind of level. So once you go into that level, you you're in a different world, so you're paying an awful lot of money and you get what you expect to get. So
We
it's
went to the
fabulous.
steak restaurant.
Yeah, there's a very famous steak restaurant in Ireland called Shanahan's on the Green. It's gone now, but it was there since forever, 40 years or whatever. 20 years it was there, but just fabulous, just amazing food. And I think you had mashed potato that night. You liked it. Just saying.
I like the steak. Is fast food underrated or properly rated?
I think it's underrated. I think fast food's delicious. I think McDonald's is gorgeous. I think Burger King is gorgeous. Not all fast food is the same. There's nothing wrong with a McDonald's. There's nothing wrong with a Burger King or a Kentucky Fried Chicken or whatever it is. I think Domino's is muck. If I'm honest, don't come after me. I just don't think it's food. I think it's this kind of fake plasticky. There's nothing in it of any worth. Yeah, 2 slices you feel like crap. I don't get it. People love it. That's whatever floats your boat.
Would you rather give up dessert or savory food forever?
I give up dessert. If I had to choose, I would have to have my dinner. I'd give up dessert.
Me too.
I wouldn't be a huge dessert guy anyway. Well, she got actually. You know, I was never a dessert guy until you came along. You convinced. No, you did. I mean,
I never eat sweet until you came along.
Come on, yeah, you're
I
blaming me.
never eat any dessert until
Every
you came
single weekend. God, do we get the cheesecake? What do you think? Cheesecake? Loads of cheesecake. I don't care if I have dessert or not. I'm happy with a couple of jellies.
No.
Honestly, I don't.
No.
Don't hurt.
No.
The Balkans have a sweet tooth. They just pretend they don't.
Very quick answers. If you could eat one cuisine forever, what it would be?
Italian.
If food had no calories, how would you eat differently?
I'd eat 3 or 4 times a day. I'd probably eat all day. Well, because it does have calories, and I still pack in the butter and the dripping and the oil, the flavour. If
you had to describe your life using food, what dish would it be?
My life?
Yeah.
A burrito. It's just a sorry looking, filled full of misery. No.
Nice steak.
I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky. I've a beautiful girl beside me, and I have a beautiful little baby girl there. So I'm very, very lucky. What food describes my life? A bowl of pasta.
I have steak with the salad.
That's about right. No, a nice bowl of pasta. Do you know why? Because when you look at it, you go, pasta. And then you start eating, you go, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever eaten in my life. That's me. Just another guy? I think not.
If you could recreate one meal perfectly, which one? I don't understand this question.
If like a meal I've eaten out, if I could recreate it.
Yeah.
I ate in Gordon Ramsay's restaurant in London, and I had lamb chops, and I still remember them. They were absolute, and I don't know how he cooked them, but he's Gordon Ramsay. If he's watching, can you let me know how you did those lamb chops in 2008 or whenever it was? I don't know.
If taste didn't matter, what food would you eat for convenience? Last question.
If taste didn't matter, what food would I eat for convenience? Probably prawns. I don't like prawns, but they're really handy and they cook really, really quickly. And I do like a prawn with garlic and oil and chili. But I don't savour prawns. I just don't. I can't get the prawn out of my head. It looks like an insect. I just can't get it out of my head.
Tastes delicious though.
I'll eat them. I'll eat them. It depends on who's cooking them and how they're cooked. But I wouldn't be a lover of prawns, and I wish I was. I really do wish I was, because they're healthy and they're quick and they're really, really good. You love them. I cook them for Susie.
I love.
Yeah, I cook them for Susie sometimes.
I love fish. I love salmon. Actually, it's only 2 things. I like salmon and prawns.
You like salmon and prawns. If I had to pick a fish, it would be a trout. I like a trout. It's my favourite fish. Rainbow trout, sea trout, any trout. Love a trout. Love a trout. So, there you go.
Okay, we finished. Thank you, guys.
Can I just say one thing? The most important thing in your kitchen is your lemons.
Okay, that's a good
Yeah.
thing.
You need lemons and tins of tomatoes. Once you always have them, you can do pretty much anything.
Basics.
Yeah, you need that acid. The lemons and everything. Lemons are great. They lift a sauce. Just if your sauce is a bit boring, just squeeze a bit of lemon in there. Boom. It's restaurant standard. It's unbelievable. It can transform anything. So always have lemons, kids, and tins of tomatoes. There, we're done. I need to go and cook dinner.
Thank you guys for watching. You can check our live cookings in the channel. And
Cheesy Cooking on Instagram.
And Cheesy Cooking on Instagram.
Yeah,
and let
stay
us know.
tuned.
Yes, and let us know what do you want us to talk about next.
Anything you want to talk about, let us know in the comments. Hit like and subscribe and follow for more, etc., etc. Thanks, guys. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Lily loves dog food.